Come on in, come on in. It is playoff football. Playoff football. Some teams, the third round. Other teams, 5 through 7, is second round of playoffs. Matt Stats here, Coast Football, coming on just a touch early before 6 o'clock with this pregame show, as the live streams will be coming on with their pregame shows, and I'll want to watch them. They usually come on at 6:30, so I'll be on here until then. So certainly post your questions, comments, but tonight we have six coast games with 7 teams playing in it. And if you're watching us on X or on YouTube, Facebook, I posted everything on Facebook. There is on X at Coast Football the matchups tonight, and I'm going to share the matchups here on the stage. I don't know if you could see them all that great or not, but I'm going to read them off. As you can see here in the 4A, you're going to have Pass Christian at Columbia, Poplarville at Macomb. Poplarville defending 4A state champions. They lost to Macomb earlier this season by 1 point. Pass Christian going to Columbia, both number 1 seeds. The winner will host a South State championship game next Friday. They will host a winner of Poplarville or Macomb. It'll be the first for Pass Christian. It'll be the first round 3 win for Pass Christian if they can get the win tonight. Also, let me switch that there. 5A, you have Wayne County at Brookhaven, Old Brook. See, Wayne County started off the season the worst they've ever have, but come region play, they did enough to make it into the playoffs, and they won last week. Now they'll go to Brookhaven. The rankings, if you can see them, are based on max preps for their 5A class. Each ranking you see on here is for that particular class statewide, respectively. So Wayne County 13th ranked and Brookhaven 2nd ranked. And in Laurel, Golden Tornadoes will be at Stone 8th ranked, who is 8-3, and Laurel's 5-6. That will be a great game. That game will be live streamed. 6A South, that's where we have a guaranteed winner team that will play in South State next Friday, day after Thanksgiving. Hancock 15th ranked, 5-6 at 4th ranked Picayune. In fact, I'm going to try to see if I can get some pregame guest on here. 8th ranked Pascagoula travels up to 5th ranked Hattiesburg. The rematch there, their 3rd game being played in 3 years. Pascagoula is just on fire, but Hattiesburg is just as well doing great. In 7A, Brandon at Oak Grove, Petal at Gulfport. Petal beat Gulfport in that earlier in the season, and that's the last time Gulfport has lost. They played at Gulfport. They lost by the 1 point as they try to get the game-winning field goal at the end, and it went wide right, I do believe. Gulfport, if Oak Grove wins, Gulfport wins, they will go to Oak Grove. If Brandon wins, Brandon will go to Gulfport if Gulfport happens to win. So Gulfport can host a South State championship. They would need Brandon to win, but obviously they need to win first. Again, post your comments, questions. There we go. We're going to bring in, let me remove this. We're going to bring in Aaron Underwood, who is at
he sent me the link.
At the Picayune game, or you're headed to the Picayune game, correct? Hancock.
How many people we got in here?
Can you hear me? Aaron, can you hear me? Aaron, I don't know if you can hear me. Aaron.
Hello?
Aaron, can you hear me?
Oh, I can't hear him.
Oh, you can't hear me? I can see you. I can hear you.
Mic's on. My camera's on.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
I can't hear you, Matt.
Huh. I don't know. That's odd that you can't hear me. That's odd that you can't hear me. Let me see.
Triplets.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You can't.
I can't hear you, buddy. I don't know what's going on. I'll jump out and jump back in real quick.
Okay, do that. So we're gonna see if Aaron. He's the radio person for the Hancock Hawks who are traveling to Picayune to see if they can make history in beating Picayune and going to a South State championship. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, buddy.
All right. Well, that's good. You must be getting close to Picayune then.
Oh yeah, we're in the car, 3 deep. Got my co-host right here, Donnie Moran. Got my guy child in the back. Used to be my co-host before he went off to Hattiesburg. In the back, we about to be pulling up to the stadium here shortly. So what you think about tonight, man?
Yeah, I mean, Hancock has a chance. Of course, my predictions. It's hard to go against Picayune at home, or even if they're playing in Hancock, it would be. But I actually adjusted my score to where Hancock, was losing by that 8. I believe K3 and that Hawks offense will show up, and just a matter of trying to keep Picayune under 30 points. So, if you can keep them under 30 points, I think the Hawks have a chance.
That's going to be the key. Are we going to see the same defense we saw last week at West Jones? And, I was talking to a buddy at work and telling him, the big difference. And then, our ones put up 21 last time we played them 5 weeks ago. The big difference is not getting those 3 and outs. We get a couple 3 and outs and give get an extra possession here and there for the Hawks offense. Also think it's probably going to take a little bit of creativity tonight. Maybe, pull some tricks out of the bag or something, because if we just try to run it with K3, I mean, they're going to be keying them. That front seven's dangerous of Picayune. If there is a weak point in their defense, I would say it's the secondary. So maybe we can expose them with the tight end. He did catch a touchdown last time we played him. Harvanik. And the junior tight end. So should be a good one tonight. Hope we keep it close. Hope we have a fighting chance at the end. It could come down to who has the ball last.
Yeah, I'll be listening, and as far as watch, I know Picayune live streams their games, at Clay Sweeten them. And I know you guys have it on the radio for those who want to tune in. How do they tune in? You got an app, right? And also on the radio.
Yeah, you can just go to WRJW.com, click sports, hit the little 3 buttons at the top, click sports, and it should bring it right up. It'll have two broadcasts. When it says Picayune versus Hancock, that'll be the Picayune radio team. And then where it says Hancock at Picayune, that'll be me and Donnie, going. So another way you can find it is you can search my name. I'm pretty sure my profile is is public. It's not like private on Facebook. Search my name. It's right there underneath the camera right there. That's how you spell it. You can search my name on Facebook, and I post the link every Friday. So that's a couple ways you can go ahead and listen to the game. We'll give you some good insight, some play-by-play action.
Yes. So certainly, like I said, I did move up the Hancock score. I think they're going to score a little bit more. I had a little bit lower, but I believe that yes, Picayune's defense is not, sustain. They can give up points as they have. Of course,
it's not what it used to be for sure.
Yeah. Donnie Moore,
yes, sir.
The earlier, like say, looking at the score that you guys played, when was that? On October 17th, it was 59-28. So again, they just it was close until it wasn't close, but it's a matter of, like you said, to get the turnovers.
Well, that's what it was. I don't even think we really turned the ball over much. I think it was
A lot of
it was the
3 and outs.
3 and out turnovers, right? It wasn't the interceptions or fumbles or anything like that. So if we can sustain some drives and hey, look, don't mistake yourself. Coach King kind of went in with a plan last week where it looked like he was in that time of possession mode. Like, hey, we're gonna try to sustain drives. We're gonna try to use as much clock as possible, keep the ball out of this dangerous offense's hands, and don't be surprised if that's the same type of method that he uses this week to keep Xavier Dennis off the field in that Picayune offense, and he tries to hold the ball as long as possible, sustain drives, and make this even probably like I said, a closer game or not that high of a scoring affair, right? So
Yeah,
he's a
yeah.
great,
Xavier
great.
Daniels, yes, he is a
Xavier.
great running back, and I don't blame. As far as last week, I believe he was saying, or you were saying that the running game was there. So I mean, I believe Coach
Yeah,
King and other coaches will say, hey, if they're not stopping the run, then we might as well just keep on running it, and that will keep that
yeah.
offense,
We
off
pulled
picking.
we pulled out a little different style. I mean, it was Kyson Canan, but it was a little different look where we kind of faked the handoff. It was like a RPO action look, but then the running back turned into like a lead blocker on the outside, and Canan would get to the edge and pick up some good yards. I mean, probably 8-9 yards here and there. Like I said last week, we were pretty much in control of that whole game. I know the score was only a one score difference, but it could have easily been, a 21. Like Hancock could have easily have won that game by 21 points. Now,
Yes,
is that
yeah,
same team going to show up tonight? Is going to be the question.
yes, yes. And what time do you go on the air? 6:30, 6:45, 7?
6:30. So we about to be hopping out the truck here in about two
Okay.
minutes or a minute, and then go
Yep.
set up, and then we'll uh we'll be live at 6:30. You can listen to the Eric Underwood pregame show brought to you by Pawpaw's Campus and Cause.
All right. Well, we'll be listening, and hopefully we'll get you on the show, especially if they win. Even if they lose, if you want to come on, that's understandable because it's still a great season. But the Hawks looking for their first win to get their first South State championship game, and then if they happen to win, it will be on the road, regardless who wins in the other game, Pascagoula or Hattiesburg. The Hawks will be on the road, but hey, you'll be playing the day after Thanksgiving. But yeah, give them some heck tonight there in Picayune, the Hawks. So have a good call though, Aaron.
Yes, sir. We'll try our best. God
All right.
bless.
Thank you. All right. You too. All right. That was Aaron Underwood there. Was trying to see if we have another pregame person that could come on. Just checking to see. As again, the pregames will be coming on. I may come on at halftime in the second half and do, I don't want to call it a red zone, but the games that I'm watching, as I will be watching the Oak Grove game to see who wins out of that. Again, Gulfport is not live streaming. They're not live streaming. The other games that are live streaming, as I just mentioned, Picayune will be live streaming off of YouTube. And you heard Aaron, he'll be having it on the radio, WRJW there for that broadcast. Pascagoula will be live streaming. I will be watching that. Stone will be live streaming. I'm trying to see if Brookhaven or Wayne County is live streaming because I'm trying to get updates on that because that's who Stone, if they win and Brookhaven wins, they'll go to Brookhaven. If Wayne County wins, they'll come back to Stone. They played them earlier this year. Stone will host South State next week if Wayne County wins. In the 4A class, Pass Christian, I'm hoping they're live streaming. They have been on Facebook. I'll share that on Facebook at Columbia. The winner of that game will host South State no matter what. Columbia, who's 12-0, Pass Christian 11-1. So you do the math, 23-1 combined. Pass Christian trying to make it to the first time in South State. They had one chance in 2023. They lost to Columbia 32-7 in Pass Christian there. And so, again, Columbia has really 11 straight regular season wins at home. They won 7 this year, 7-0. That's Columbia Wildcats. They will play that winner of Pass Christian Columbia will play the winner of Poplarville at Macomb. That is a rematch from earlier this year where Macomb won at Macomb 35-34. The Hornets, again, they won the state championship last year, and they're looking to repeat. Again, they do have a Talking Ball Y'all app that is free that you download that I may have to listen to the audio of it if I cannot find Macomb live streaming. If there's anybody out there that knows that Macomb, if they're live streaming, if the Brookhaven or Wayne County is live streaming. I looked earlier to try to find that. I did not find that. I did find the Oak Grove live stream just to get an update on that. Like I say, Gulfport is not live streaming. They will host Petal, who they did lose to back on September 19th, 25-24. So I look again to maybe come on right soon after halftime, the games, and do a, if you want to call it a red zone channel to flip to the games that I'm seeing. You know, of course, I will share it by the time, if you guys are listening now, either you're listening on the app or you're on the way to the game. But again, 6 coast games with 7 teams playing in it tonight. Again, Hancock at Picayune, we are guaranteed a team playing next Friday. Hopefully, you know, we'll have a Gulfport playing. We'll, even though it may be on the road, we'll have a, hopefully Pascagoula. I have Pascagoula, you know, defeating Hattiesburg 31-27. The keys to victory in that game, as far as the Panthers can't allow the Tigers to score over 30 points. It's just that 30-point mark is just big time for Picayune. If they get over 30, they are mostly unstoppable. And look for maybe a different game plan there in that Hancock Picayune, as again they won 59-28. Picayune defeated Hancock back on October 17th. Laurel at Stone, they play their games this year, or they have been playing them all the time, up at Gulf Coast, who happened to lose last Saturday as we traveled up to Northwest and lost that game there. Coach Wright and the Bulldogs, they are 6th ranked in the nation, and poll came out, but they're not obviously going to be in the Final Four national playoffs. I digress and say Stone plays their games at Perk. They will host Laurel. Laurel's 2-3 on the road. They've won 2 straight. Tomcats have won 4 straight at home. The second round playoff for Laurel is 13-8. The last 2 they played was 2023 and 2021. Stone is 3-5 in round 2 of the playoffs. Last time they won was in 2022. The keys to winning for the Tomcats, they had, you know, that great defense, but establish the ground game early and wear down Laurel to keep their offense off the field. Laurel has a player that did pretty good last week, and let me get his name and his stats just to let you know. Appreciate you joining us for the pregame show. And let me see if I can find where, here it is. Bryson Bivens, if I'm saying it right, Bryson Bivens was the player of the week last week from Laurel, and that's one of the key players at Stone defense. Coach Aycock and company will have to focus on. Again, the keys to win: establish the ground game early and wear down Laurel and keep their offense off the field. The Tornadoes, for them to win, Stone's defense has been solid at home. Laurel must generate chunk yardage, 20+ plays to flip the momentum. I have Stone winning 27-24, so that will be a obviously close game there. The Wayne County Brookhaven game, there is a prediction for that. It's not necessarily official, but Brookhaven is a clear favorite at home. They're 9-2 against Wayne County, 4-7. Wayne County playoff pedigree gives them the puncher's chance, but the Panthers' consistency and defense should carry them. I have them winning 35-14 there. Pass Christian and Columbia Pirates to win. They have to break that rhythm of Columbia with some early explosive plays, win the turnover. That means +2 or better in the turnover battle, and keep the game within 1 score in the fourth quarter and apply the pressure. As Columbia is they had a close game last week. That might have been their wake-up call, though, to say, hey, we got to turn on the Jets here. They are undefeated at 12-0. Columbia to win. Control the line of scrimmage, wear down Pass Christian's defense, avoid turnovers. Their balanced offense should carry them if they stay clean. I do have Columbia winning 35-21, and I certainly hope that I'm wrong, but the stats and just everything points to Columbia winning at home. And again, hope I'm wrong there. Poplarville at Macomb, again, a rematch. where Macomb won 35-34 earlier this year. The Hornets in the third round in the playoffs, which they're in the third round, they're 8-2. They've won 2 straight. They did lose in 2022 to Stone. Macomb 3-4. This is just their second time in making it to the third round in the 4A class. The Hornets' keys to win, of course, Ty Keys, the great running back, but limit turnovers and force Macomb into long drives. Macomb to win. Avoid the mistakes that could give Poplarville momentum, especially early. And again, this will be, I have it, again, a 1-point game in favor of Poplarville, 28-27. Again, if you have any questions, comments, appreciate those who are joining me as it is 6:15. You got 45 minutes till kickoff. Let me show you, well, again, on YouTube, Pascagoula. Let me see if I can share my screen here. And again, I'm going to share it on my Facebook page, but you can see here. Let me bring it up. We can't see. Here we go. So it is free. It is free. Or Pascagoula, you go to Huddle. You don't. I have an account. It doesn't cost anything. You just make an account. It's free, but you type in the, well, where are we at here? No, it should not be for when I know this says right here subscription of it. They have been live streaming it for free. If it costs money, I'm not watching it. I'm not paying for it, but it has been free, even though it says here purchase to watch. But you go into Huddle and type in. See, I was looking up Brookhaven, Pascagoula. Let me see on the. I don't need that noise. That was against Terry. So it may be something to purchase to watch. If it is, then yours truly will not be purchasing it to watch. We just had on YouTube. I'm going to share the screen on YouTube. That's where Picayune and Hancock. They're live, but they're not live. Bars are not on the air. Let me go to this screen to share it. Share this tab instead. All right, let's go back and see what y'all see. So you see it there. So that is, you can see, talking to all y'all on YouTube. I was just talking to Aaron Underwood. They're going to be on the same side of the field. That's the home side over there. Clay Sweet and them are on visiting side of the field, even though they're with and they'll be coming on at 6:30. They're live, even though you see, obviously they're on, and you can see what's happening. Well, Ricky Whitaker is with play. Appreciate them doing the live stream. Stone will be live streaming their game. Wayne, who I call Gulf Coast Games with, they'll be live streaming it on YouTube. Again, you want my game predictions? They're on Facebook. Gulf Coast High School Football. Let me share this on X at Coast Football. As you can see, I'm fixing to share it. because that's what I just like to do, is to share. And I'll be going off here just probably at the bottom of the hour. I do have a post on the Facebook page for score updates that fans have been great all year at updating the scores. Now I look to have, there's, obviously less scores games tonight with 7 games, but I'm actually going to try to keep the Oak Grove game updated and try to find the scores for these other games that are not necessarily coast teams, with the Oak Grove and then the Wayne County at Brookhaven, and then again on the Talking Ball app to listen to Poplarville, because I don't think Poplarville is live streaming. But again, that is Picayune, and again they'll come on at 6:30 with their pregame show. They just kind of like to get it going, get the fans there. We're ready for some action, looking to make some history with Hancock. If they can make it to win this game, it'd be a tough task at Picayune, but hey, they went to West Jones and won it there. Poplarville, obviously, we know they're defending champs. Picayune has been plenty of South State championship games. Gulfport, they have are 1-3. Looking at in 1982, that was kind of odd. They're showing they won a chance. They had a first round semifinals and they lost to West Point. They lost the semifinals in 91 to Moss Point, but it's showing that they won. And I 1-3 in semifinals. I don't see where they were 1-3. I guess the 1999 at Provine, they lost 28-13. In the semifinals, 1991, again hosting Moss Point on that November 29th. 1988, they lost versus Warren Central. Those are the 3 semifinal games. And then I guess the one they're saying they won, or they did win, 9-7 versus Meridian. So they are 1-3. They've been to South State, but the last South State was in 1999. So no, you don't. Well, you don't post links on the chat. Do not post links on the Facebook page. They will get so we'll be signing off here. And again, I look to come on soon after the second half gets started in the switch to the games, especially if there's games that are close. And in other news, if you haven't heard, of course, Deuce Knight that was with George County is getting his start. He's at Auburn. He's getting his start on Saturday against Mercer. So that's good. You know, played high school last year, so he's a true freshman. And you see on the field here that Picayune is out there warming up. Again, that's the home side. But I just shared it on the page. So you can go straight there and watch that game you want. And I will share Stone when they go live as in 4 minutes at the bottom of the hour. That is Stone. Again, Stone Tomcat. They host Laurel. And I'll open Pascagoula live stream, but I haven't had to pay anything to watch Pascagoula on Huddle. And Pass Christian live stream on Facebook. I'll share that one. But we'll see if Pascagoula, if that is going to be a pay to watch or not. It hasn't been all season. So Gulfport is not live streaming their game. And I don't think Petal is. If I can find Petal. If not, I will get updates on X and on Facebook for that game. The winner plays next week, and that's what that one step closer. You want to play and practice the week of Thanksgiving. South State games are always the day after Thanksgiving. And then the next weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the state championship games up at Mississippi State. I have that pinned to the top of the Facebook page, December 4th, 5th, and 6th. The times, 2 games Thursday, 2 games Friday, and 3 games Saturday. So we got about 3 minutes left, and I'll let you guys tune in to the pregame shows. If you're not already at the games, rain should not be a factor. And the weather is not cold, so you'll be good to go. Be good to go. So no questions, no anything. So I appreciate you guys again joining us here for Aaron Underwood. That was on the pregame show. He's right there at the Picayune game. He'll be calling on the Hancock at WRJW on the radio. And Clay Sweet and Ricky Whitaker will be calling for Talking Ball Y'all on Poplarville. You'll have the Talking Ball free app. You can download. I have it. I'll probably have to turn that on to get score updates there. But on X, that's where Moonly and Quickly the score updates are. If your team is out of the playoffs, then support all coast teams that are left. We have 7 of them. And we've had 2 out of state the past 10 years or so. I remember I went to Resurrection and St. Stanislaus. And then, of course, even went to last year, Gaucher and Poplarville. So, I mean, to have more than one coast team in the state championship that's pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Well, I'm at stats. And again, kickoff just a half hour away. Enjoy the night, and I'll catch you probably right after halftime. Let's cheer on Coast football. Stats out.